Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent. Today I'm building around another comment suggestion, which was Choice Scarf Trick Nasty Plot Gengar. The reason this set works is because if you run into a more bulky team, what you want to do is trick your Scarf away to cripple one of their walls and then take advantage of Nasty Plot breaking. And if you run into a more fast offensive team, you just keep the Scarf and take advantage of the speed tier, right? So, no matter the matchup, there isn't really a situation where Gengar will do nothing, but I think that Nasty Plot 3 attacks with Thunderbolt is also very good right now. Probably better considering Mandibuzz is on like every other team, but we can still cripple it with Trick and take advantage of the Pokemon. And speaking of taking advantage of Mandibuzz, what I'm going to do is add a Clefable as the Stealth Rocker initially, because in case I mispredict and I actually end up attacking into Mandibuzz, I want to make sure I have a switch in that 1 doesn't care about U-turn, and 2 can throw off knockoff for free if he opts to go for like a knockoff of his own. So let's run knockoff right here. I did mention I want Stealth Rocks, and then we'll go Soft Boiled and Moonblast. I want this to be max Fizz Def because it's able to take on Urshifu in that matter. So let's go ahead and run that with minus... I guess we could just go minus attack. I don't think the knockoff is going to matter. Minus speed is probably fine too. Like, I don't know if the speed tier is going to matter at all. And then we'll make it leftovers, of course. So we have hazards on the board immediately, which I like. And we have no ground immunity. This is able to basically only check Urshifu from what I've seen. Like, it's dedicated for that. I guess it can deal with a few other mons like Hawlucha, but definitely have to worry about Drill so far. Sandrush Drill would destroy us. In fact, I think I should worry about that next, so... I'm also scared of Magearna. Like, the thing about Magearna is Gengar outspeeds it after a Shift Gear thanks to our item, and I can trick it a Scarf and force it into one move, but even that one move after a setup opportunity can sweep us, so I have to be careful. That's happened to me before. I choice lock a Magearna and I still lose to it because it just hits that hard and gets boosts after every kill. So I think Volcarona, which I did just use yesterday, I don't want to do that again. Rotom Heat could be good. I think that was on yesterday's team too. So I think if I want to go with the fire type to check that, Talonflame is what I should do. I haven't used Talonflame in quite a while, so we'll do it. And I think I typically run Defog on 4th slot, but we're going to run Roost today, and we're going to add a different form of hazard control later. I'm going to make it Swords Dance with Brave Bird and Flare Blitz and whatnot. This also provides us with a way to deal with the Volcarona, because otherwise what I would have to do is trick it with Gengar after the Quiver Dance, and assuming they attack me, they could do a lot of work with Flamethrower, considering I don't have a resist up to now, but with the Gale Wings Brave Bird, we can beat Volcarona almost no matter what, and if I end up losing the Gale Wings, we can at least try to Roost it back. So let's run Heavy Duty Boots. We'll go max attack, max speed, and move on from here. Okay, so we have the ground immunity. Rock Slide Drill would still be a problem, of course, so I definitely don't want to keep Drill out of the picture. Cinderace is kind of an issue for the team too, like Sucker Punch can hit Gengar. Clef is Fizz Def, but a lot of Cinderace are actually running Gunk Shot right now, so I can't ignore the possibility. So if I'm really that scared of like Cinderace and Drill, I could run like Slowbro as the teleport pivot. I hate to be so passive, but I guess when you have teleport on the set, it's not really passive at the end of the day, because you're getting momentum into one of your stronger guys. Yeah, we'll go Slowbro. It deals with both of the problems that I'm noticing right now, which are Drill and Cinderace, so why not? We'll go Leftovers. I like that Heavy Duty Boots Future Side set, but I just want to run with what I'm more comfortable with, and that's definitely the Skull Toxic variant with Teleport and Slack Off, of course. We'll make it max Fizz Def. So 2 Fizz Def walls, kind of sus, but I think it'll be fine. Let's go minus this. I guess I could go minus speed for Trick Room Mons, but I don't see that being useful at all. Like, Hadreen already underspeeds us, it's base 29. And Magearna we already underspeed anyway, I believe. Actually, can Magearna go below 96 if I run into a Trick Room? I don't think so, right? So 0, if I make it minus speed, it should still be above. Yeah, it's well above 96, okay. So I don't have to worry about that. We have 2 slots left. The team is pretty fast. Like, we have Scarf Gengar and Heavy Duty Boots Talonflame with priority. So I'm not really worried about that right now. I think that I definitely want to get a hazard control of mine on the board. Thing is, we do have ways to... Well, the team doesn't really care about hazards, right? This has a regenerator, this can absorb T-Spikes, and these two don't really care about hazards at all thanks to the item and the ability, but if I'm really not that worried about hazard control, I could go for like a spinning option rather than a defogger. So obviously drill is the choice, but let's see what else gets a rapid spin before we commit. I think I'm gonna go drill, but I'm gonna do a Tentacruel video sometime soon, by the way, but I don't want to use it today. Maybe even a Starmie video too. Like, I want to use that Meteor Beam Starmie, but I don't know if that's any good anymore. I think today we'll just stick with drill. We'll go Leftovers. At least it provides me with a backup check to a Magearna in case Talonflame and Trick Gengar aren't able to deal with that Pokemon. The suspect test actually ended like a few hours ago, by the way, so I'm curious as to when those results will be coming out. I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and run Earthquake, Iron Head, Swords Dance, Rapid Spin. Pretty standard drill right here. So we have the hazard control on the board. And we have one team slot left. I could add another Choice Mon if I really want to, because I only have one right now, and I could add like a Specs Breaker. We have a lot of physical offense compared to only Gengar being the special offense. So maybe like an Aegislash could be fun, like maybe Specs Aegislash alongside Gengar. Now if I'm doing that, I should run a Dragapult for sure. Specs Dragapult, which I haven't used at all like recently. I think I haven't used it since Isle of Armor came out. I've used Dragapult, but they've mostly been Hex variants. Yeah, forget it. We're gonna run Specs Dragapult. I haven't ran it in forever, and I want to today, since I just thought of it. Let's run Draco, Shadow Ball, Flame, and U-turn on this thing. I think we do have the defensive components to deal with Sucker Punch users, like we have Slowbro for Cinderace and Clef for Urshifu. It should be fine despite the fact that we have Double Ghost. That Dark Weakness shouldn't matter too much. Let's run Max Special Attack. This should run Modest now. There's no reason to run Timid anymore. We'll go 4 in Spit F, and I believe, as long as our abilities are correct, that'll be the team. So let's go ahead and get a game. Alright, I have a game right here. My opponent does not have a Ghost Resist, but Azu and Rillaboom are very big problems. I can see Talonflame endgaming if I can get rid of his Dragapult, which would be his main speed control for that Mon, but I also have to watch out for Aqua Jet if I don't have my Gale Wings intact. I think that regarding lead matchup, Gengar is good. I think he would lead Cinderace or Goodra though, and maybe Dragapult too. Like, Dragapult is good because I don't have a Ghost Resist, but I do have a Clef. So here's the plan. I think we lead Clef. If I catch a Dragon, that's great, but if he leads off with Cinderace, I'll go Slowbro. Would be annoying because he would get in Dragapult and be able to threaten me, but that's a risk I'm willing to take, as he does go ahead and lead off with the Dragapult right now, so I'm going to throw off Knockoff here. He's probably going to U-turn out into Shiinotic or Cinderace coming in. That's what I would do anyway, so hopefully I can knock off one of those. Yeah, it is Cinderace, okay. We get rid of Heavy Duty Boot, so if I can get up rocks later, then this thing is going to be taking hazards. I don't want to take like a Gonk Shot here or anything like that, so I'm just going to go Slowbro. Very solid play. I don't know how much it gives him though, that's the thing. It really depends on his set, like whether he's banded or not. So here, I mean, Knockoff makes a lot of sense for him. I want to go Talonflame on it, but I could go Clef. The thing is, if he Wood Hammers, it's really bad. I think Clef is still the better play first. Talonflame is very good in the game. Let's see. He actually just goes right for a U-turn, which isn't actually that bad for me. Like, that's not that horrible. He might bring back Cinderace and go for a Gonk Shot this time. Okay, this is screaming like Choice Spec Sludge Wave coming out. I don't think you would go for Flamethrower or anything like that here. I'm gonna make the drill play expecting like Sludge Wave. Sludge Bomb, yeah, like, why else would he bring that in? So, now what I can do is hit him up with an Iron Head. I think he doesn't really have a switch in, and while I don't want to take a hit here, I think Drill can live one, and I could potentially put this weaker for Gengar. And I also have Flinch chance, of course, so I get Gooeyed. That's not the end of the world. He has a Fire Blast, yeah, that'll kill. Okay. Not the best, could be worse though. I just wish I did a bit more because Gengar still really can't take advantage of that damage that I got. So I think the plan now is bring out... I could go Dragapult and Draco. He would probably go Shiinotic. I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Dragapult, U-turn on Shiinotic. Really hope I don't get Effect Spored, and then bring out my Gengar here to start pressuring. We do get Effect Spored though. That's really bad. Alright, we can work with it. I'll bring this out right here. He obviously doesn't want to take a Sludge Wave, so he would go to either Goodra or maybe into Dragapult, I don't know. I'm gonna Sludge Wave though. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Drill did not do enough, as you can see. Ooh, but I got a Poison. So what's the best play here? I kind of want to stay in, but at the same time I need this Mon. I'm just gonna go Clef. He might Sludge Bomb immediately. Yeah, that's what I would have done too. But at the same time, can't really risk it there. And then he tries to drop a Draco that turn, so I get up to full. I wouldn't have predicted right there if I were him. He should have just kept me low to leave me in range of Cinderace and whatnot. Kind of a mistake on his part. So getting rid of that is very good for Gengar, just spamming attacks right here. Shadow Ball is very good. I can take any Rillaboom hit. I need to find out what it is though, so how much did that U-turn do? Only 7? I feel like that's SD. It shouldn't be banded. No way that's banded, right? Although, why would it be SD U-turn? Like, that's another thing. So maybe it is. U-turn's doing that much from max it. What are you? Oh, that was Dragapult. I'm looking at the wrong mon. Rillaboom did 14. So that's, I think, banded. Yeah, 14.5. It can't do that much, so I think it has to be banded, yeah. Meaning what I'm going to do right here is, I think get up rocks and then go for the Talon win like I've been planning is the best thing to do. I should live 1. Wow, that thing is bulky. I'm like max Vizdef. I thought I would live it. That's really bad. Alright, we'll go Talon though, and I think force our KO now. I need this thing not to effect Spore me. If Shinada gets the effect Spore now, it's over. Yeah, I need it not to effect Spore me. Like, I can do a lot of work with this thing right now if it doesn't do that. Come on, Talonflame. Don't let this happen. Don't be Dragapult. Okay, good. So now Talonflame is in a very prime position. I'm just a bit worried about his Dragapult, naturally. That thing's going to be a bit of a problem. So out comes Azu. He would go for the Aqua Jet. Gonna make this play. Yeah, that's gonna be very easy to catch. Then he would go for a knockoff here, which I can't really pivot out on. I can only teleport on it, so I think that's what I do. Into Gengar. I don't want to lock Sludge Wave and necessarily open up the door for Dragapult of his own. Okay, let's go for the teleport. He actually goes for Belly Drum. I should have gone for the Toxic, huh? This will live 1, I think. I mean, if it doesn't, I lost. Oh, that's not even enough damage, though. I think I lost anyway. Like, I need to crit right here. Well, speak it to life. I didn't think he would Belly Drum in my face, though, in front of Slowbro. Like, that's obviously very big right there. That's the only reason I have a chance. He would have, because I didn't have my Gale Wings, he would have been able to do this much easier. But now I think I have the upper hand, of course. He's making the doubles he has to make, though. I have to give him credit there. Obviously very lame here, but I think what I'll do is go hard into Talon. Goes right for U-turn, so he's gonna go Drag. Yep, makes sense. I need Pokemon here to not lose to Cinderace. Like, this still isn't over, that's the thing. I can beat Rillaboom using Gengar Sludge Wave. So I think right here I just Brave Bird. I'm actually faster than him, which could matter. So then I bring this out. I will live a Sucker Punch, I know that, so I go for Shadow Ball here. Knock that out, and then I think he really can't pivot around with these two Pokemon very well. He's gonna go Rillaboom because it lives and it can go for a knockoff, but all I have to do is go Dragapult as a sack. He actually did click Grassy Glide, so I bring this back in right here. Go right for the Sludge Wave as he goes Cinderace. Not knock it out, so then I go Slowbro right here. Even if he U-turns, it's fine. So he goes for the Sucker Punch, teleport right out. Yep, bring this back in. Click Sludge Wave and win. So, crit won me the game. I have to give, like, I would have lost. That didn't kill, and I lost my team to Aqua Jet. And that's not going to kill me. And we'll be able to deal with Cinderace using Slowbro. Undeserved, but hey, I'll take it, I guess. And I'll just Sludge Wave right here. I don't know what he plans on doing, but I'll be right back. Alright, I have another game right here. So obviously that crit was very big, but I do want to point out that my opponent did get a very solid roll on the Banded Woodhammer against my Clef. I had to calc it because I wanted to know for the future. I was very surprised that Clef got OHKO'd, and if you recall, I didn't get up my hazards due to this roll knocking me out, so had I been able to get them up that early on in the game, it probably would have been very different. Like, that chip damage on Azu could have made it so Slowbro could chip it for Dragapult guaranteed. Either way though, the way it played out, obviously the crit sucked, but right here we have Rain, kind of. I mean, he only has he has a Crawdon too. I think that Gengar once again is a very good spamming Shadow Ball. I just am really concerned about Kingdra, like I don't deal with that at all. And Pelipper does well my drill because I don't have coverage, but what we're going to do right here is call one of these steel types leading and lead off with my Dragapult. He really doesn't deal with Dragapult lead well, like at all. Like, I just click Draco here. I'm not going to Flamethrower with this thing, it's way too good in the matchup. Like, it's not worth it. I do a decent amount and I can get in my Clef this turn. Even if he does have a steel type move, which typically they do run right now, I can take it. If he just doubles like right into Crawdon, I'm going to be in a very bad position, but I don't think I can stand with the Dragapult. Do I make a play, or he should just click hazards. He shouldn't risk a double right here into one of his offensive rain abusers, considering how good they are in the matchup. I mean, if he does it, good play. Like, I'm just going to make the defensive option initially and see what he does. Like, Draco would OHKO Crawdon at -2, I think, and obviously would knock out Kingdra. I don't think it's in his best interest to double, like... Maybe it is. I don't know, I'm just gonna go Clef. He didn't, okay. We're good. Could have been bad if he did, but we managed to get it right. I can get up my rocks now. Thing is, I mean, if it's Banded Crawdon, it would obviously knock me out. I don't know how much Clef takes otherwise. He actually goes hard into it. Alright, well here's what I have to decide. Do I risk Clef? Crawdon would do... Okay, so that's the Life Orb. Under Rain I die. If it's a Bandit I definitely die. I wish I was Protect here to scout his move. I guess I just sack off what I don't feel is important, and I think Slowbro's just not having the speed tier and defensive capability to deal with anybody is that amount of choice. Yeah, so it was Life Orb Crabhammer. Makes sense. I'll go ahead and not let him knock me out right here. I don't mind. Yep, he'll go for knockoff, and this time we're going to make the more aggressive play. Bring this out and go right for Flamethrower. Ah, dude, I'm gonna regret this. He's gonna stay in. I can win even if he does, but it would be annoying for Talonflame if I didn't get rid of this Mon. Okay, we got it right. Got to make the play eventually, right? Can't continue playing passively like that. I mean, he can basically bring back Crawdon and get another kill if he wants. Like, there's nothing I can do, but he goes Pelipper. I think it's safe to assume this is going for a defog. I guess it could U-turn into Crawdon. Should I consider that play, that possibility? Nah, I still go Clef. Now that I've gotten rid of Fairthorn, Scissor's the only other thing that wants to take Draco. And this is continuing to take a Life Orb chip here, which I also very much like, so... What I'm going to do now is just sack off this, I think. Well, let's think. I could sack off Gengar too, but I do like Gengar's ability to Shadow Ball spam. Talonflame is going to be very good with priority. Drill is actually probably the expendable Mon. Yeah, no reason to keep that. Okay, let's go with Dragapult now. Go ahead and hit him up with that Draco Meteor. This is tricky, like this Crawdon's going to give me a hard time whether I like it or not, but I think as long as Dragapult's at full and it can hit Dracos right here, I shouldn't have a problem being able to beat this sort of team. Because I can take one hit from Kingdra under the rain, which is why I'm keeping it so healthy. Okay, I need to hope that I hit this one, because if I don't, this is going to be very bad. And by very bad, I mean I lose if I don't hit. So we're able to knock out Conk. In fact, that kind of worked for me. We wasted rain turns. He can go Kingdra now, and Kingdra can obviously click a Draco Meteor if it really wants to. I think I just go Clef. He's not going to click Draco Meteor, that's the thing, but regardless I have to make this play because if Dragapult gets put in range of Aqua Jet, I'm in a bad spot. The other play is just sacking Gengar to the water move. Keeping Clef around. Nah, I feel like Clef isn't doing much. So he goes ahead and does go for the Surf. Not surprised to see that move come out. I'll give him the Mon. Yep. Bring this back out. Go ahead and click Draco for another turn. Once again, I have to hit it. So we finally get rid of the Pelipper. He's going to go back to Kingdra and Draco this time, right? Let's see. Assuming Bullet Punch can do enough here. Let's first see what play he makes, because... So he's gonna go Kingdra and click Draco, right? I don't think... Well, here's the thing. That was Boots, right? So he has 4 turns of range to work with. I don't know if Brave Bird from Talonflame Okos this, and that's what I need to know. Because I think if I lose Dragapult, Crawdaunt immediately has this for him, so I don't want that to happen. Meaning I think I sack Gengar this turn. Yeah, Brave Bird doesn't kill, that's the thing, so I think I lose no matter what. Because I can throw this out, he's gonna go for the Draco, I have to go Talonflame. Problem is, I lose my ability here. So I can go for Brave Bird. Put him low, but... One, it has to put him in range of hazards, and then... No, it's over no matter what, I think. Because even if I do, like... I'll live, so that's good. What if I roosted? I click Roost to get back to full. Keep my Gale Wings potentially. I don't want him switching out, that's the thing. So if I click Roost right here, how much is Draco doing? That much? Could be worth it. I don't want to SD this turn, that's for sure. Okay, so this is fine because he can knock me out, but then I can... Well, I'm going to knock him out. Yeah, there we go. Rain is going to go down, and then it just comes down to, like, basically how much Shadow Ball does to a Scissor, which I think Modest should kill. Let's see. Maybe not. That's Kingdra. I need to calc Scissor. I think it just comes down to how much damage I do. That's Spadaf. So here's the play. Now, if he wants to guarantee a win, he would go for Draco here. So let's say I switched out on the water move, I would obviously win because I Shadow Balled and Talonflame beat Scissor. If he goes for Draco right here and I were to switch, I think I also win though because I knock out Kingdra with Brave Bird and that thing can't knock me out. So my play here is to switch. As if he goes for Surf, then it's guaranteed, yeah. So we had to hope I stayed in with Talonflame because now this was in range. I just want to double check that Shadow Ball. It doesn't change my play. He is going to try to Bullet Punch through me, but like I talked about, there's no way that he beats my Talonflame under the current circumstances. He should actually not go for Bullet Punch and hope I switch out as a choke, but I think he'll just go for Bullet Punch. Yeah, his play is to not click Bullet Punch and hope I switch, but I know Talonflame wins, so I'm going to click Shadow Ball and take this. Alright, keeping Dragapult and Talon were very key right here. I think I was smart with that, and despite that, the fact that Crawdaunt got a ton of kills, we managed to make it work. I'll be right back. Alright, I have another game right here. My opponent doesn't really appreciate Draco and Shadow Ball from either of my ghost types. Obviously, Gengar doesn't have Draco, but it does have the Shadow Ball right here. My opponent also has a Darm, which I can use Slowbro to pivot into, but then I'm giving Magnezone free switch-ins, which could spam Flash Cannon into Drill. Could be annoying, especially because if Darmanitan is banded and U-turns into Slowbro, I'm probably going to be in range of Cinderace at that point, so that's another thing to watch out for, but he also doesn't appreciate Talonflame. I'm going to lead off with my Clefred here. If he leads Darm, could I live a banded Flare Blitz? Is that even worth calcing? I feel like there's no point. Okay, we're going to lead Dragapult. He does lead Darm, okay, makes sense. So if he's Scarf, he'll go for U-turn. I'm clicking Draco turn 1. I don't think he's Sash. That would be really weird. And if he goes Zone, that's okay. It's not like he can Magnet Pull Trap a Dragapult. I'm not a Steel type, and I'm also a Ghost type, so if I was a Steel type, I would be able to get out of here. So let's see what he does. I think he'll U-turn, but if he's expecting me to be Modest Scarf, he might also just Hard Switch, to be honest. Thing is, does that damage really help him? What is that? Can I hit? Okay, good. So we knock out Darm, which is very big. I don't know what that move was. In fact, I'll check right now. I hate the fact that I just took 80%. I thought I was safe right here. Okay, so twice the power if I had a stat lowered. Base 75 dark move. That's really annoying. Like, Dragapult was supposed to be important right now. And in case you haven't noticed, it's on no percent. He's probably going to double, let's be honest. But he might not. Yeah, he just doubled right out. But it was pretty safe because I was at -2. So I got to keep Talonflame around. We're going to go Clef on the U-turn. Invite in this Magnezone again, basically. And we're going to make that same pivot back and try to use that to... That's not banded, by the way. So we actually go Cinderace. Because Darm is dead, I can probably use Slowbro a bit safely here. I could get up rocks if I really wanted to, but I don't want him court changing them immediately after. Yeah, he does have the Gunk Shot. Okay, I'm not surprised he does. So now what I do is I teleport out, right? I guess Toxic is also fine. Even Scald is a good play. I'm just going to Scald. Like, I don't see the drawback right here. If I burned Rillaboom, that's huge. In fact, I would probably win. Getting damage on Magnezone is helpful for my Shadow Ball users, so that would be fine too. He's going to double. Like, I could teleport so easily. Let's make a bit of a play here. Might regret it. I don't think I will. He shouldn't stay in. Like, he shouldn't let Drill come in for free. Is this careless? Yeah, it probably is. I could lose to Cinderace very easily if I lose. Yeah, it's not worth it. Like, if he wants to double, I'll let him double. But I'm not going to risk my Slowbro. I really want to teleport and get the momentum and get Regenerator like that. But say, for instance, yeah, like, it would have been a good play. But like I mentioned, not worth my time. So this might have Poison Jab. He probably would go for Poison Jab immediately, too. I don't want to stay on Mach Punch. Is Excadrill just being a burden right here? No, it's my Magnezone check. I guess I just go Clef. I kind of need everybody else. So if he's Poison Jab right here, I don't know if I live. I think I probably would. I don't know if he's Court Change, and I hate it, but... Like, I don't think he was Boots. I think he was Boots, my bad, because, like, that did not do damage to Slowbro. It's obviously not banded, he switched up moves, so it could be Court Change, but I'm still gonna get up rocks. I think... Let's go for a knockoff. As he goes for a Pyro Ball. I get rid of the Boots, okay, and this time I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm probably in range of his Conk anyway, but I don't really care. He goes for the Gunk Shot and actually misses it, so... This turn, what I can do is, once again, just throw off a Scald. It's really no drawback. I'm glad I kept Slowbro around instead of getting careless with it. So out comes this Hydreigon. I have Infiltrator Dragapult if it's sub. Yeah, I'm sorry, Clef. I should have played you better, but it's fine. Ooh. Is that Scarf Defog? I feel like it's probably Scarf Defog. Do you not have Flash Cannon? That's really weird. He doesn't have Flash Cannon. Still gonna keep my Mon around it. Actually, let's just try to heal it. I feel like he'll U-turn this time. Yeah, I got him right there. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't want to give him momentum back into Hydreigon, and honestly, 33% Clef wasn't doing a whole lot anyway. So now that we have this in, I think I'll go ahead and take your item. Or take somebody else's item, I don't mind. It's gonna be the Hydra. Okay, this went really well so far. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better sequence of turns. He's gonna get in his zone. At this point, I'm just gonna make the Drill play. He should double at this point, like into Conk. But honestly, because my Clef has been such a pain to him, he might just click the, Hold up, that's disrespect. You can't just be doing that sort of damage to me. 100%? Okay, that was never a safe pivot, huh? Okay, so Shadow Ball is obviously my endgame here with both of my Pokemon. I still have a defensive check to Sucker Punch him on, and I still have my Gale Wings thing here, so I don't really see a world in which I lose, but let's not get careless and, you know, lose. So I'll go ahead and bring out Dragapult. I think Shadow Ball this turn is fine. No point in risking the miss. Now he's going to go Rillaboom, right? Which I'm going to go Clef against because I want to keep my... I'm very confident you don't live. Maybe you do. I'm also very confident you're going to click the Defog though, so let's go for Shadow Ball, yeah. Let's go ahead and knock this out in a couple hits right here. Because he needs to keep Cinderace at some sort of percentage, right? So he takes 73 with that. Not really, I don't really get that maneuver, but then again, it doesn't really matter to me. Bring you out. He doesn't even have a switch in here at this point. Like, he can go Cinderace and I'm going to make the safe play because I can. Or I could just get the rocks back up, but no, I go Slowbro. He goes for the Gunk Shot. I click Scald. It's a rinse repeat thing right here. I just gotta play it safe at this point and it'll be mine. Like, even Hydreigon can't come in at this point. He's risking a burn on Rillaboom this turn. And if I get it, the game's over. If I don't, it could be interesting. He tries to get in Hydreigon. Then brings out the Conk. All I'm gonna do right now is sack off my Clef. Looks like he'll finally be able to knock me out. Watch him not kill with this. That would be so funny. It did 36, but that could have been a high roll. High horsepower? Okay, sure. I'm gonna bring out... Do I actually have to risk a Draco? I don't think I do. If I go Talonflame here and Brave Birded, I'm just trying to keep Talonflame around because it's sort of guaranteeing a win for me. Let's think. If I went Dragapult and missed Draco, he knocks me out, I'd probably lose, right? If I hit, I would win. If I go Talonflame and Brave Birded, I think that's also a guaranteed win. And I don't have to risk a miss. Yeah, let's just do it. I think this is the turn to use the Gale Wings. I have checks to this at the end of the day, and if I have to hit a Draco later, I'll go for it, but he does stay in. Meaning now what he's going to do is bring out Cinderace to knock me out. I actually keep this around. No, actually I don't. I let him knock me out as he actually misses Gunk Shot. I would have been able to get in Slowbro safely, obviously. So now I bring this in. Hit him up with the Scald. He's going to U-turn out. And in case you aren't seeing the endgame right here, it should be obvious what I'm going to do. I even get the burn, yeah. Okay, so now what I do is I sack off this. Goes for Woodhammer. I click Shadow Ball. It's Scarf, but I can bring this out now. Shadow Ball it, and then Slowbro will knock out the Cinderace. Very safe endgame on my part, I have to admit that, but there was no reason for me not to play it safely like this, so... He'll be able to do that, and then I'll go for Scald here. And nothing he goes for will stop me. So he goes for U-turn, and then Scald will knock out the Cinderace and win. I'll be right back. Alright, I have another game right now. My opponent has a very annoying defensive core of Pex Mandibuzz. I'm gonna have to trick my Scarf away right here with the Gengar, which is annoying because Dragapult's gonna outspeed my entire team, but I don't see another way to cripple either of these, which is the opening I need for Talonflame or my own ghost types, right? So, gonna be a tricky game, but I think we can figure it out. I'm gonna lead off with Clef. Obviously this is nice, I get a knockoff here. I like to knock first because in case they're actually core change Cinderace, I don't want to give them hazards on my side. They're gonna go Drill. I also get to knock off Leftovers on this thing. Metal Coat. That's just the same thing as the plate, right? That increases damage. So they have a powerful Iron Head, I guess? Yeah. I go Slowbro here. Okay, that's bad. I don't even know if Clef takes 2 Specs hits, but I think I should go to it, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's not good for us. Yikes. I have to hope I live it. Somehow live. Oh my god. That's massive. I can't believe that just happened. So I'm gonna give him the Mon. I think I still probably lose, but it's not necessarily over already because I was able to live there. He should go Mandibuzz or Pex. I'm just gonna play it aggressively and trick. Alright? If he stays in, he got me. Nah, no, not yet. Not yet. I can Shadow Ball here, and... Okay, if he goes a Drill, I can beat this, obviously. He should go Mandibuzz this turn. Okay, good. We catch that. I hope he stays in, because I really want to Toxic this thing. He's gonna U-turn to Pex, right? Yep. I don't want to get knocked on Gengar. So I'll just teleport here instead of going hard into it. Why did I just leave my battle? I'll go ahead and bring out Gengar now. Okay, I'm only in this game because Clef was able to take a Shadow Ball right there. I don't know how it did it, but it did. Ooh, okay, so I should have just expected this. I don't know why I thought he would let me trick him. Just goes right for the attack. I can teleport here. This thing's so annoying. I hate it. Okay, well, I don't know if I can beat Gengar. I mean, Mandibuzz. I think I need to Toxic it at some point. Let's bring you out. I don't have an item anymore, which is lovely. I can Nasty Plot, I guess. So we at least get to just show this off a bit. Yeah, throw off a +2 Shadow Ball here. Maybe hit something somewhat hard. Okay, this is what I need, because if I can actually... You guys think he would go hard into Drill? No. Okay, so we don't knock it out. That's very bad. But at this point, I will force my KO with Shadow Ball and proceed from here. Okay, it's not over. Getting rid of Mandibuzz is big, but I need to really get rid of Toxapex for my... Hippo actually comes in. I 2-hit KO this, and I think I'm willing to stay in this turn. I'll take an Earthquake. Toxic is annoying. I mean, I feel like you're taking hits that you don't have to now. And if I get a Spidef drop, which I don't, it would have been nice. Alright, I think I risked the burn. SD up here. If I get burned, it's over. If I don't get burned, I can force a KO and maybe do something. Honestly, at this point, I might just SD and then Rapid Spin into him and try to win. Isn't that what I should do, right? Just go for the win here? I mean, if he goes hard Hippo, I obviously have to click Earthquake. There isn't really a choice in the matter. But if he actually opts to stay in, he's risking the game by not going for... I guess he could just have Sucker Punch on Cinderace and it wouldn't matter. I could outplay it. So I have a chance right here. If I don't get burned either turn and he... Okay, so he goes Hippo to force the KO. This is what I would have done too. Because I can knock it out, but then he can obviously revenge me at this point. The thing is, as long as I can continue making pivots like that, I can force that situation over and over and over again. Okay, he actually went for a U-turn. Imagine if I just spun right there. So now this is going to get another kill. Who to sack? I think... With that at full, I should just go for... I need Talonflame to revenge it. Dragapult speed here is good. Well, Drill is Scarf now. Nah, I should have Dragapult of my own. Then I go Talonflame. Okay, we got that right. I hope he's not Baneful Bunker. That would be annoying. So there's that. ISD here. Brave Bird again. He's asking to get a crit by doing this, but I have to Roost eventually, which is annoying. Alright, here's the plan. We're gonna force the situation again. I think the best play right now is just Earthquake. No burn, very big. I can force a KO now with Earthquake, and that's gonna help. So down goes a Scarf Drill. That's helpful. Drill is still healthy. Probably healthy enough to take a Specs hit if necessary. He's probably calcing it right now, and I have to as well. Tricky game. Shadow Ball is... Oh, I die. That's modest. I don't always die. If he goes to it, I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. Because if I actually lived right there, I would win. And if he's timid, then I definitely have a better shot. If he's timid, I'll almost always live. If he's modest, it's different. He should be modest. They're all modest right now. So if he goes to that, I have no choice. I stay in. Because I sack Slowbro, I lose to Cinderace. I sack Drill, I lose my win con, right? So I think it literally comes down to maybe the Shadow Ball. Unless I can call a 50-50 if he goes Cinderace, because if he Power Balls into Slowbro, I get to teleport again. So that's another situation. Power Ball versus a U-turn. So he's gonna go for this. I have to stay in. Nah, he got it. So I don't know whether he was timid or modest. If he was timid and actually got the roll, that's very annoying, but yeah, I lose right here, unfortunately, so we're gonna go ahead and end things off right there. I did actually have a chance right there if I was able to live the Shadow Ball, because what I would have done was switched out Drill to make sure I could Earthquake the Toxapex into range of Talonflame, and Slowbro would have always been able to check the Cinderace in the end, so I played it to a chance, and unfortunately it didn't work out for me, but that's all good. I did have my fair share of luck during this live, especially in the first game, so I will see you all in the next video. Later.